Hello and welcome. Today I want to share with you these ab wheels. Now, back when the whole idea of rolling for abs came out, that's when I first got my six-pack. But these things are a step up and beyond what I started off with. This is really awesome because it not only lets you build your core, but it also helps you build upper body strength, your chest, your back, really dynamic movements that you can get involved with these ab wheels. So let's start to check out some of them. Let's start off with core movements for your abdominals. This is really going to tag the whole length of your core from lower abs up, but you can play with it, get some angles on it to help target different regions as you go. So let's just start off with the basic straight out. You're on your knees, keep your feet on the ground, and roll straight out as far as you can and back up. Now you might only start off being able to go this far and then back up. When you come back, exhale, squeeze the core. That's really what's going to accentuate the movement for your abdominals, is that exhale on the way back. So as you get better, you can go out further and further. Now, the beauty of having two separate wheels and where this starts to get fun is you can do Y forms. This is going to tag your lats and your shoulders as well. So when you're going straight, you got a little more tricep in it. When you go out to the sides, you get more back and lats into it. Really cool to be able to change the angle. It's all about angles when you're trying to get different cuts in the muscle. You got to work all the angles, and the more directions you can work with your body, the more all-around strength you'll have, the better rounded strength, and really range of motion strength. So you can go out to the sides, and you can even turn it into a chest fly by going out into a T form. Now, again, it's playing with how low you can go. You might not be able to go all the way down to the ground initially, but play with the distance. You can even keep your butt up in the air when you're doing these T's until you get stronger, and then you can start to work the butt down and start doing the T's lower and go all the way down and squeeze back up. So you can play with that whole range of motion from straight out to the sides and then all the way to T, and work not only your core, but triceps, lats, and pectorals, all by changing the direction that your hands go. So really cool. Now, you can also go out to one side, crunch back. You'll notice that my obliques squeeze more on the one side that I'm leaning towards. That is a fantastic movement. And again, working an angle on the abdominals that helps you get more cuts in the abs, a better rounded strength in the muscles. So straight to the sides, back straight. Great way, mix it up, really get rounded strength and definition in the core with simple movements that can be done alternatingly throughout your workout. Really neat. Now, you can start to do some more chest movements, and all these chest movements are going to involve the core at the same time as well. But we're going to start only doing one arm at a time. So, down, let the one arm go out, push up, and bring it back in. Down. Now you'll notice that this arm still has to stabilize, and it takes a lot of strength and core focus, keeping yourself balanced over your arms to keep this arm in place. It is a really special kind of movement exercise that is created by having an unstable surface or a surface that can roll. So it takes a lot to keep everything in line. And then you can go to the other side. Notice, keep your butt in line, keep your back in line, everything in a straight line from the top of your head to the heels of your toes when you're doing these type of plank movements. And you can do them from your knees as well. There's no need, if you're running out of strength or if you're just not that strong yet, it's totally fine to drop to the knees and do them right here. It is great isolation of one pectoral to have the arm go out to the side and push up, bringing the other arm in just for support as it comes up. This is the first steps into one-handed push-ups and really isolating the muscles on one side. Again, being on the roller with one hand takes a lot of balance. You can also do it with one hand flat. So you're just working on your one-handed push-up. This arm on the roller is just there for support. It's coming up only as you need it. But you can see how that really isolates the one pectoral, the one tricep. It does a lot of good for building the stability that will work your way into one-handed push-ups or just more strength on one side. So really cool movements that you can do there as well. So one more movement that you can do with this ab wheel is you're just going to hold on to one and you can literally do kind of a upside down Russian twist. Twists are amazing and they're often disregarded. You don't see them all the time in gyms. It's not a very common movement to see, but it is one of the 7 basic body movements. So to be able to do a twist and work your core with these wheels is pretty neat. So from your knees, you can go to one side, back to the other side, one side, other side. Now, this takes a lot more engagement, as you can hear it in my voice, than you might think. The movement's smaller, you're not getting as low, but you really have to squeeze to be able to hold yourself at an angle with this wheel. It wants to glide, so you got to control it with your core strength and your balance. You can start off with your knees a little spread, and then one side, other side, one side, other side. You'll be amazed. It doesn't just engage the core, but also into your pectorals and your shoulders and your lats as well. So it's a neat movement to be able to twist and have the gravity be your resistance in this movement, just like it is in a push-up. Having that twist in there is a very unique way to work the twist. As you get better, spread the knees out further from you. Really nice way to work it. So another way you can play with the core with these and get a really nice shoulder stretch in is to flop around on your backside and roll them out backwards. Now this is a great way to stretch those shoulders. It feels good, but it can be really intense. You can make it as deep of a stretch as you can. Don't push it to a point where it hurts. You got to be able to relax when you're going into a stretch. So the rollers make it easy just because they glide back really nice, and you can put whatever pressure you feel like you can be comfortable with and is safe for your muscles in this movement. But then you can sit up out of it, back, sit up out of it, do little crunches when your abs are all the way burnt out. This is a fun way to just continue to do little crunches and stretch the shoulders out at the same time. Now another look at push-ups with these. You don't have to roll with them. You can just use them as an unstable surface. So from a plank position, you're on the rollers and you're just straight down and up. And you'll notice, see, I have to engage. I have to keep my lats tight. I have to keep my triceps in close to keep these stabilized. So it takes a lot of core strength, keeping yourself nice and straight and balanced, but also the lats holding it in, the pectorals holding it in as you go through your push-ups. Turn them, and you've got deep push-ups this way as well. Again, I'm having to stabilize. My delts have to keep them in line so that they're not sinking way out in front of me. really great way to build all the stabilizers in your muscles that will be the supporting muscles for when you're doing more stabilized things like bench presses or normal push-ups. You'll find yourself getting much stronger once you've had to stabilize on something like these rollers. So let's take a quick look at how you can kind of mix and match things up here. They are really easy to adjust from one movement to the next, so you can keep working. You don't have to stop, and you can get a really incredible upper body and core workout in a small amount of time just by moving from one movement to the next with these ab wheels. So you can start off doing some straight abs out, throw some Ys in, go to sides, do a couple of obliques each direction, do some push-ups, one-handed, drop to the knees, do some flies, come back up to the toes, do some deep push-ups, close grip, turn it around, do some wide grips, lose one, and do some twists. So as you can see, one movement to the next, you can get a really great workout in, tagging a lot of different muscles in a very short amount of time. The ab wheels are dynamic movements that really allow you to build stabilizers, build the core strength. I mean, that's what it is. It's a giant stabilizer of the body. So when you can build the core strength and learn how to distribute a load during push-ups, during the straight rollouts, that's what's going to give you real strength and power in daily life, in performance on the field, on the track, whatever it is that you do. This will build the stabilizers, the core strength that'll let you do it better. That's the fun of the ab wheels. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you again.
London calling to the faraway towns. No worries declared, and battle come down. London calling to the underworld. Come out of the cupboard, you boys and girls.
What's up, my lovely people of YouTube? And you might see, backpacked, coat on, and we're out vlogging. I haven't done this in a bloody while, but I'm going to get back to this. Alongside doing those videos with the hot topics, latest one that I did was, so you got fat kids? You check that one out, it'll be linked in the description. It's more positive than it sounds, trust me. Today we're in London, and we're doing a little bit of collab work with one of the young guns.
London calling out a let to us. Phony Beatlemania has bitten the dust. London calling, see we ain't got no swing except for the ring of destruction.
And we have landed with Mr. Elliot.
How you doing, guys?
If you haven't seen him on Instagram, his link will appear here, and it is
Edit Be Fit. I have to think about that for a second.
But more importantly today, we're here to show you guys how to develop these juicy, but look at the state of that beautiful little peach. And we thought, well, if anything, a lot of you guys are obviously want the big arm workouts. Now, biceps are pretty, they're pretty biceps, but arms is more than biceps.
Yeah, definitely.
Triceps is 2/3 of your arm. Biceps is the peak, the cherry on the top.
Yeah.
So today what we're going to do is we're going to show you some fundamental exercises. We're going to give you our top tips as we do them. A little bit of motivational raw edits.
Yeah.
And hopefully by the end of it you'll have a good kick-ass arm workout.
Yeah.
Ready?
Sounds good, yeah. Let's
Sounds
do
good?
it. Yeah.
Yes! And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the reality of what you don't see that we're normally like. Let's go!
Bringing it cold nights, emptiness haunted me. I saw a light, but it was too dark for me. I heard you calling.
First up, bicep curls, everybody's favourite, but one often done very, very wrong. So let's take a look here. We have soft knees, glutes engaged, ribcage down, shoulders controlled and no swinging like an ape here. Check it out. Full Homo sapien upright control. Elbows are kept nice and tight and flexing the tricep at the bottom of each rep to make sure we're getting a full extension, squeezing at the top and fighting that negative. So we're getting contraction and also eccentric loading. This is hugely important. If you don't control the negative, you're missing 50% of the movement. We chose to return to a hammer grip position, but you can keep it palms facing forward. And what we also decided to do, and a great way to finish your sets off, is to go from single arm into double arm to make sure that you still get used to that balance of working left and right separately and also together. Top tip for standard bicep curls that we just did. Go.
Oh, you actually want to do the top tips?
Do your top tips.
Right, so when you're doing these, obviously we're doing single arm, but obviously you're going to get to a point where there's not much left in the tank. So as you can see at the end, got both dumbbells at once and went for double arm curls and just got maybe a few like cheat reps, but just sort of getting them up, getting the final bit of squeeze out of your arms, and yeah, I'll find it's a good way to finish them off.
I saw your sleepless face and I felt hard. I guess I'm falling for you, girl. I can reach the stars.
Next up, hammer curls, one of my personal favourites, and there's a couple of things to note here. We're doing it seated, but we don't have the back of the bench up. That's forcing us to work our core, keep our rib cage down, shoulders back, and this is a great one. Look at the elbow position. Here there is zero forward movement with the elbow. You're able to come straight up and really focus on squeezing the biceps, flexing the triceps at the bottom again. We're not pigeon necking, keeping our chin neutral, spine neutral, chest up but rib cage down. Finishing again, double arms. When you do this, it's kind of like 3 to 4 reps maximum. It's just a strong finisher. I myself like to keep it a little slow, focus that squeeze, but again, look, no body swing and a top tip coming your way. 3.
Come on.
4. Ooh. So top tip into the tip. Hand position is vital. You want that hand at the top of the dumbbell, but the main thing here is we're looking to keep those shoulders square at all times, not have too much body roll. So main thing here is the shoulders back, chest up, and relax the neck and keep the chin tucked. If you keep this relaxed, these will stay relaxed. If you groan here, it's going to bring your traps in, it's going to make you hitch, it's going to make you twist. Top tip over.
Oh, the nights when you couldn't sleep, I was there carrying my gun, shooting at the demons, see your dreams, making them more fun. Yeah, and if you wanna run away from the best you've done, yeah.
Standing tricep kickbacks. This one's done so wrong because a lot of people will swing through and kick it through. They'll use too heavy a weight. Look at the weight we're using. It's light. We're keeping a fixed elbow, rib cage down, neutral spine. We're posting out with the same working side leg and squeezing at the top with a stop-start position at the bottom. That's your main focus. This is about technique, not weight. Top tip into the tip.
Top tip is use the mirror. It's not just there to look at yourself. If you use the mirror, you can see your positioning and make sure that you're doing the exercise right. So use the mirror.
I'll be there to save the day. I'll be your rising sun. I was gold. You gave me warmth when no one did.
Cable rope extensions, superset with press-ups. These are all about the squeeze and position again, just like kickbacks. So we clear the hips, come down to a straight arm and squeeze the triceps without over-rotating the hands. Again, don't put too much weight on this. It's a lightweight exercise. You're going to drop that straight down, 8 to 12 reps, and then go again, 8 to 12 reps. Close grip press-ups, focusing on keeping a neutral spine, chest down, and working at full range of motion. Top tip into the tip. Duck feet with the hands. Hands turned in so that this imagines the foot heel in, elbows rocked in. Don't let them splay out. That'll really target triceps on that finisher. Zoomed. We're good. And we're back. There you go. You've just seen our tips and tricks for getting yourselves through a good arm workout that's going to leave you pumped, but also
in pain. Yeah, definitely
Yes,
pain.
a lot of pain, but pumped. But hopefully, the little tips and tricks that we're giving you for each of those little points, they're the difference makers. So anyone can just go in and move weight around. And I say it often, lift it, don't shift it. And all those little top tips that we gave you in between those sets, don't just go, yeah, got it. Listen and implement it, and then really try and feel the difference to what you do now. What we also did,
Little Q&A.
little Q&A. So we put one up on Insta. So we're going to answer, we've seen a couple of good questions that we think a lot of you can benefit from. So we are going to do that in a casting couch style. This is possibly the creepiest way of answering this. Question 1. We're going to start with this, and it's a big question, but we think we've got a way of answering this. How to achieve a physique like ours? Okay, huge question.
Yeah.
Huge, massive. Like saying, how long's a piece of string? I've been training like 18 years. 18 years. Elliot is only
Long time.
24, been training
8 years.
8 years at 24 years old. So if someone tells you think they're 24 and they look like Elliot, you're probably going to think, oh, he probably started about 20. He's nearly been training for a decade at only 24 years old. And this is our point. When you look at somebody that's got a physique like that, it's not an 8-week, 12-week transformation. No. It's not a summer got fit job. When you look at us, I started sport, all the way through.
Same as me.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just kind of in our nature
Yeah.
to be this way. Like, don't get me wrong, got the attention span of a Cocker Spaniel. Dreadful, dreadful. I have my massive down points, but one of my good points is physical activity. Always has been. When I was a naughty kid, my mum would send me out on a run. I'd come back, behave myself. Yeah. I was no longer feral.
Things that are important to remember as well with physique. So with that question, it's how do you get a physique like yours? You're pointing at a specific person. But obviously everyone is different. Everyone's got a different genetic makeup. So those are big factors which play a part in how you look. For me, obviously, I had good genetics when I started. Well, I have good genetics. So when I started going to the gym, I saw a relatively quick increase in muscle mass. However, when I started going to the gym, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was actually just throwing weights around and sort of seeing what happened. When I compared myself to 3 months earlier, I was like, oh my god, I put on so much size. But if I look back to that period from now, I was tiny. So it's all incremental, and you'll notice the changes over time. It's only when you really look back that you notice kind of how far you've come.
And I think your mind's eye changes the further in you get. Like when you first start, you notice small changes because it's like all new and you're like super amped about it, aren't you? So you're like, yeah, it's fucking working. But then when you're in the grind and it's been a year down the line and now you're looking, now you can't see the changes anymore because you've looked yourself too much, and now you start getting aggravated because you can't see those initial changes. You lose that kind of luster and you get stuck in ruts. Don't ever try and have somebody else's physique. It's not going to happen. I can't have Elliot's physique, he can't have mine. Exactly. What we can take though from each other is ideas. We can implement them into our own routines, see how they feel, see how they work, keep what does, throw what doesn't, and it's that. There's no one perfect way, but the main thing is time, consistency, and a big reality check in timelines. Big one is realize when you see somebody that looks a certain way and is somebody you would like to get toward a level of, they've been doing that shit a long time. And it's just what it takes. It's a lifestyle, not just a summer. Cool. Definitely. Next. Favorite exercise? That's a quick one.
Yeah. Okay. What would my favorite exercise be?
Glute kickbacks.
It's funny when it's hard to actually think of an exercise. Okay, favourite exercise. Okay,
Many hours later.
I would say at the moment my favourite exercise is a unilateral. It's like an alternating lat pull down where you have both arms up and you go 1, 2 like that.
Yeah, holding onto the straight bar.
Yeah, no, onto
or single arms.
Yeah, onto the straight bar.
Yeah, so you've got the big
no,
wide bar.
Sorry, not the straight bar. Onto
those
the,
ones.
Yeah, no, on the so the handles.
Ah,
so
yeah, nice.
Because when you pull this one down, this stretches up as well, so you get a really good stretch on your lat on each side. So
yeah, I don't use that now.
Yeah, that's my favourite one at the moment.
Nice. Yeah, I've been doing it with the wide bar. And, you hold one side, pull down.
Oh yeah. I did do that actually. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. So you got two versions of that one. Mine, I'm gonna go still with, I think, my rotating dumbbell skull crusher variation, which is where you're lying on the bench. You start with the elbows back at an angle, hammer grip on the dumbbells, and you come up and roll them out and leave your arms at an angle.
Nice.
I think skull crushers with a bar, one, can be a little dangerous,
Yeah.
because people get a bit carried away with weight and end up just freaking, if it smacks you on the head, it can split you.
Yeah.
But 2, when it's too heavy, people come up and over and rest.
Yeah.
Too much. The dumbbells, it's focused, it's light, makes you think, makes
Also
you work.
with the EZA bar, I struggle with, I find my wrists, if I go too heavy on an EZA bar or on a bar, my
Messing wrists up, yeah.
I struggle there.
That's true. So if your wrists are hurting you, ditch the easy bar, pick up the dumbbells.
Yeah.
That's it. Cool. Next. If you could train with anyone, past or present, who would it be and why?
I didn't get into training when I had people that I looked up to, like, necessarily. It was more just like...
What about movies? See, for me, if you're going to ask me that instantly, the reason I got me in the gym, Bruce Lee, Van Damme, Arnie, Stallone.
See, the reason I got in the gym is because, genuinely, the honest reason is because loads of my mates started going to the gym and they were getting big and I wanted to get big. And that's cool. As basic as it is. So, and that's the thing with me as well with gym, it's always been a tool to improve my lifestyle.
Something you wanted to do.
Yeah, but it's never been something, I've never like aspired to be like a bodybuilder or to be like vision with it. It's more like going to the gym, training, achieving my goals in that sense helps me to tick boxes in other areas of my life. Do you mean I go to the gym and then I'm more
I talk about a lot, so the crossover of that gym mentality into real life benefit. Cool. That's cool. I mean, that's just a whole different answer for another question. So if we use this, cool, fine. You're good.
Yeah.
You're happy just getting it on your own. Yeah, you're alright. I, on the other hand, want a selfie with Stallone. So I'd say Stallone. I don't know why. Over Arnie, I don't know. I just think, because more Stallone was that, he got into the, Rocky, boxing, plus the weights. He's also very much into kind of, just that. Whereas Arnie was just a lump, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And although he was a Terminator and was awesome, Stallone, I think, would
more
be the
macho man
bit,
sort of like.
Stallone's, he'd have you rolling in the fucking nets and shit. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Right, yes. Lovely. Last one, so we don't run out of time, because Elliot's got to go shopping.
Classic.
Not a lie. How to start making new friends in the gym when you are new there and don't want to be weird.
That's a good one.
What a lovely bloke. I don't want to be a gym weirdo. Help me. Don't touch other people.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely.
Don't just walk up and go nice.
That's never gonna. That's never gonna work. Yeah, no, I don't think that's.
Avoid this.
Yeah, again, definitely avoid that. Be friendly in general when you're in the gym. You can either sort of tunnel vision, not speak to anyone, do your own thing, and just avoid contact as much as possible with other humans.
And then you won't meet anyone.
But then you won't meet anyone. Yeah. So if you're just friendly, or when you're asking someone if they're using a machine, or when you just walk past and you give them a smile, eventually you'll probably just start chatting a little bit about what you're doing. You'll be interested in what they're doing or why they're training that way, and vice versa. I think that's kind of just a natural way for that to develop.
Jump in on stuff with people.
Yeah,
if someone's doing triceps on their own and you want to do them, just go, mind if I jump in with you? Usually that'll start a way of conversation.
Definitely.
Or if they don't. It doesn't really matter. Like, people are always like, oh, how do you approach them? I'm like, there's two things are going to happen when you approach someone. They're going to be nice, or they're going to be a dick. Either way, you don't lose.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, don't talk to them again. Or maybe you caught them on a bad day, so maybe try again later and they might be nice or whatever. But there's nothing bad's going to happen to you for trying to talk to someone. Yeah. You might get snubbed. So have a look around, smile at people, ripple effect. Give a smile to somebody, that little smile passes on someone else and it just creates a nice little vibe. I'll tell you what you don't be a gym teacher.
Oh my God.
Don't go up to someone thinking you're going to make a friend with them by criticising the way they're training.
Yeah.
Worst thing you can do. What you can do though, is if you see someone doing something you like, go up and ask them, like, what's that doing?
Yeah.
What are the main bits I can do? Most people, you will be shocked, are so willing to impart information.
Yeah.
Because they're like, fuck yeah, I can help someone. It makes people happy to help other people a lot of the time, regardless of what the Daily Mail will have you believe. Yeah. All 12-year-olds are out to stab you, and people do want to help you.
If I see someone in the gym all the time, and like I don't have some kind of communication with them, I feel like it's almost awkward that I haven't said hello or how you right mate, like even like they're just walking in the gym, you right mate, it's like something like that, just basic, just normal communication.
I do it all the time. I suppose it's a bit easy for us because we can get recognised in the gym, so people tend to come to us, but I'm always really chatty. Yeah. Most of the time they're like, alright, like shut up, I'm gonna go and train. I like talking to people. So if you meet someone like that, you'll make an instant friend. Gym friends. My best friends are from the gym. Two things you'll meet in the gym. Usually best friends or utter weirdos. Yeah. Approach people, do it in real life. That's another crossover point, like Derek was talking before, crossovers. Fucking get out, just have a smile at someone, say hello, say good morning, pass on some good vibes, get your head up, stop walking down, stop walking like, the amount of people I see walking through gyms, through life like this. Yeah. Get this and just leave it in your bag. Bluetooth headphones. Be welcoming, be appealing, be approachable.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's it. I think we've done some good stuff there. We have imparted so much wisdom today.
Yes, we have.
And we're hoping to make this a little regular thing. I'm going to try and pop down to see Elliot a couple of times a month. He's going to try and do similar things so that we have some of these. And we're going to develop. Right, what do you prefer? Do you prefer Lex-a-lot? Lex-Elliot?
Lexiot.
Leliot. So we've got Lex Leliot. We're trying to merge our names.
Yeah, maybe just
give us some ideas, and we'll create a little series of it. So it'll be like Elialex or Lex Elliot, or I don't know, you think of something, and we'll try and do it. And what we're going to do is we're going to create these YouTube videos, but we're also going to create IGTV things for you guys, so that when you're out and about, maybe you don't have the time to sit down and watch a YouTube video that's as in-depth as these, that you just got something there on the day, you can go bam, using that, save, good, go.
Yeah.
And we've got a kick-ass occlusion training one coming your way. So thank you very much. Absolute pleasure. Oh yes, we just did that. Okay, and here's another thing. Awkward moment. I went for fist bump. He went for just gear knob it. Just accept it. Own your shit. Be approachable. Thank you for watching. Check out Elliot. All links in the description. He's gonna go shopping. I'm going home. Toodle pip.
Lately I've been doing shit different, cooking like a chef, I've been all up in the kitchen. Had to make a move, had to make a little distance. A lot of people tripping, they could never see the vision. Fuck that, tell them bounce.